Hi, Reverend Pam Geagan here from the Center for Spiritual Living in Camarillo, California. And today I'm highlighting the letter F in the word uplift, and the F is standing for faith during this talk. But talk about faith, about that mustard seed that grows. I don't know about you, but I've had more time in my hands these days, and I'm watching the grass grow daily, and I'm also seeing plants bloom, and it's so amazing to me that day after day, new blooms come. And so that's what I'm looking for. I have the faith that we too are blooming in this soil that just says yes. So, anyway, I wanted to start with something light, and it's about a man who's behind a woman who seems to be looking down and going through papers or looking at his iPhone or iPhone. And he basically is late and he's upset. And so he goes through like two or three cycles of this. And as we all know, green light is a mandate to go, and especially in California, in case you don't live here, we're always in a hurry. So anyway, he gets so upset and he starts beating his horn and yelling out the window epitaphs and just screaming after the second cycle. And all of a sudden, a police officer comes and takes him and approaches his door, and he said, "I'm arresting you." And the man says, "You can't arrest me for honking and yelling at somebody in a car." The policeman says, "Please come with me." And he arrests him and takes him and puts him in the back of his car. And he goes to a holding cell. And then after like 2 hours of being in that holding cell, the officer comes, and the arresting officer, and says, "You're free to go." And the guy storms out and yells back, "You can't, for yelling in a car. This is illegal. I'm going to sue you." And the officer replied, "I didn't arrest you for shouting in your car. I was directly behind you at the light. I saw you screaming and beating your steering wheel, and I said to myself, what a jerk. But there is nothing I can do for him throwing a fit in his own car." Then he said, "I noticed the cross hanging from your rearview mirror, the bright yellow choose life license tag, the Jesus is coming soon bumper sticker, and a fish symbol. And so I thought, you must have stolen this car." So anyway, enjoy that little joke right there. Pass it on if you like. So in this talk about faith, Ernest Holmes said, when prayer removes distrust and doubt and enters into that field of mental certainty, it becomes faith, and the universe is built on faith. Jews, Christians, and Muslims will hold to that catalytic power of faith. It enables believers to walk in the dark without fear. And that faith is always expressed through our writings, our films, all our creativity, our art. And faith is usually the path of the heart that allows us to overcome obstacles and to live with doubt in a paradox. Life mirrors all the stories we create in our mind that come from our consciousness, where we see through our perception characters that take a leap of faith into the unknown. Right now, we are navigated in uncharted waters. It appears that we are taking a leap of faith every moment, every day, into that journey that we appear not to have any control over, or at least cannot control over many things in our lives that we used to have control over. And how we're going to think about and react to whatever happens in our lives during this radical shifting time absolutely is shifting the world consciousness right here and right now. Because I always say our thoughts are very powerful, and they can change the world heart by heart by heart. So when you think about shifting times or shifting perceptions, I love the story, and I love Oprah Winfrey, and I use her a lot in different talks. But her story about growing up in racist Mississippi in a time where you couldn't be caught out after dark if you were black. Most white people had absolutely no regard for black people's humanity. They weren't enlightened. The fact that Oprah was born at a time and now has become the wise, spiritual, highly respected, loved, popular icon she is a story of faith, courage, and rising above all circumstances. And when she recalls from an early age watching her grandmother boiling clothes and scrubbing them and then hanging them out in the line to dry, and she would say, Oprah Gale, because Oprah's middle name is Gale, you know, you better watch me now and watch what I do because someday you'll be doing this. And even as a child, Oprah knew that she would not be doing what her grandmother was doing, that she was going to do something better in her life and have more and more satisfaction in her life, even as a child. So we are like Oprah as a young girl who could not imagine how magnificent our unfoldment has been. And right now is that time. And it's very hard for us right now to remain in that faith and see that the highest and best in this global challenge that is connecting us all in real time on this planet is for our highest good. But I believe with all my heart that it is. Ernest Holmes said, the joy you wish to experience has to first be imagined in your own mind. We are all immersed in an atmosphere of our own thinking. This decides what shall take place in our lives. That thinking, that thought, that accepting, that knowing, and going with the flow. We now know scientifically there is an energy field, an energy flow that is open and available to all of us. We are not separate from that energy field. We are immersed in it, and it's immersed in us. We are one. What we know for sure also is we are standing on our Mother Earth's vibrational energy grid. We are a mirror of our mother, and she is the living entity. And like her, we are over 70% water. And like our mother, we are only as healthy and at peace as she is. We assimilate her universal energy every time we walk on this earth into our souls and into our entire beingness. And like our mother, we are in tune with the vibrational energy in the quiet. We can be, and we can learn to master in our own mind through meditation and listening and become part of that healing of our universe. Our mother continues, and our mother continues to offer our communities, our families, and all life. In the quiet, we can clearly see and feel what our soul is saying to us, what it is screaming to us, and also waiting patiently for our attention and to open up to on that highest and deepest levels. In this continuously changing world, each day offers the opportunity for living a new life. When the old and the new do not fit nicely together, the old is no longer able to contain the new. In faith and knowing, listening deeply and in your quiet moments, ask Spirit to reveal to you that which needs to be revealed. Your best kept desires, the ones that you successfully have kept guarded from even your own self, will awaken you and inspire you to create a new story, create a fire within you that is smoldering, waiting to burst forth into flames of creation, that still small voice that will lead you to be in the flow, which is in direct proportion to the center of yourself, where the divine spirit, the universal energy, resides and is now manifesting in and through you and all life today. Think about this. Is it possible it's possible that one subconscious mind is revealing what we desire most? Is it possible that in this awakening, in this unified field of energy, which Einstein wrote about, that it is our faith, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, that is what is manifesting in our world right now, that we have been all praying for and working so hard to create that healthy world that's working together. And in this moment, that is what's being revealed. We want, and I think our deepest heart's desires, at least I do, and I think most people want, is that what we want to see manifest is the highest and best for all, our family, our friends, our community, and our world. And we want to leave a legacy of stepping up and ensuring that your children, my children, all children, grandchildren, great grandchildren are sufficiently and happily supported in this energy grid called life itself, that is manifesting in its highest in and through in all of us when we open up to it. All life is constantly changing, but is real, and what is lasting is who you are. And you are the person you've been waiting to to evolve right here and right now and emerge, as I say, from that cocoon, that butterfly that is working and has been nourishing its own self in the cocoon for all this time. You are the person you were waiting to become, and you're ready now to step out in faith into the unknown, as together we are truly manifesting and recreating, I believe, heaven on earth. It just doesn't always look like we thought it would to begin with. So I close with an Ernest Holmes famous inspirational words and quotes. There is a power for good in the universe. You can use it because and where can you use it? Everywhere. When now and in every moment, blessings are being poured in and through and as us. And bless your hearts, and so it is. And I love each and every one of you. God is the power and the presence that moves us forward. And so it is. Namaste. Peace out. I'll be speaking tomorrow morning, hopefully by 10 a.m. on our Center for Spiritual Living website. And again, if you find value in this, especially in these times, would you please donate to our Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley in Camarillo, California. Thank you for all of the good that you have already spread through us to the world. And so it is one more time. Mwah!